bad.
No, I'm getting slightly better.
Hello.
And welcome to Talk Consensually to Me.
I'm Maggie.
And this is Bree.
Are you looking for some questionable advice from strangers?
Well, you've come to the right place.
We're here to talk about your most personal issues, relationships, dating, sex, everything.
And today's episode will be all about
red flags.
Bump bump.
And then we got a Cosmo.
Yeah, we're going to read a little bit of information dealing with red flags from the wonderful publication of Cosmopolitan magazine.
Let's get started.
Yeah.
Why do we not do that together anymore?
I don't know. Let's try one time together.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Let's get started.
Oh, look at us go.
Okay. Professionals. That's what we are.
Super duper.
Okay, so yeah, I have a few questions here. I'm going to pull up. Blowjob in public on first date. How big of a red flag is this?
I guess that would depend on if that's your kink or not.
So basically, he was describing that they were on a first date. They were walking through a park.
Oh, so this is a dude saying that.
Yeah, so sorry, yeah.
So apparently she just dropped his trowel and went downtown on him or something.
So it started off as a kiss. How did it end up like this? No, so it was... it was a kiss, turned into a makeout sesh, turned into handy. Then she just was like talking dirty to him. And then it just full-blown blowy in a park.
Well...
And then he was like, that was the best part of the date. But now I got questions.
Well, I mean, obviously she's into the whole exhibitionist thing.
Right, that's definitely her kink.
So if you have an issue with that, then it's an issue. If you don't, then, have fun. Go at it. Get arrested. I don't care.
I feel like, yeah. You're going to end up on some lists.
Yes, you are. Especially in parks with children running around,
Yeah, not parks.
Yeah.
Do it like,
do it in a movie theater like most people.
Nursing homes.
Yeah, that too. Nursing home people love to get
Everyone's overage there.
Oh, yeah. They, in fact, will probably welcome that kind of thrill into their daily life.
Yeah, I say give this woman a chance, because clearly she's there to party. She's there for a good time.
Yeah,
I say good for her.
No kink shaming here.
No kink shaming. What are some red flags that you've ignored in the initial stages of eventually failed romantic relationships?
Pretending interest of the other fellow.
That was your red flag, that you were doing that?
Yeah, so, I mean, that was more my bad, not necessarily a red flag of it. You guys aren't going to work out if you don't actually enjoy his likes and interests. It's
right.
Strange, but true.
That's
I know.
Huge.
Mind blown.
That's wacky.
Yeah.
Okay, red flags. I mean, I'm trying to think of ones that aren't the obvious ones.
I mean, go ahead and state the obvious ones. There are some very not smart people out there.
Okay, so, like, if he constantly has to take his phone everywhere with him. Oh, if he does that thing where if he puts his phone on the table and it's upside down, like, every time. Because I think a lot of people can relate to me listening to this. I don't know if you can, Brie.
I know, I mean...
But yeah, so, like, a lot of guys I dated, if they're talking to other people.
Because they don't want you to see it.
It's phone down, and I was even a phone down person for a while.
Of course you were.
Yeah.
That's how you knew that was a trick.
Yeah, so you phone down. What else is there? Okay, so I was dating a guy, and it was Valentine's Day, and he decided not to talk to me the entire day of Valentine's Day. So I wouldn't get the wrong impression, I guess, how serious we were.
Interesting.
The fact that I stayed with them, that should have been a red flag for me.
Yeah, it really should have. There's, if they are very reluctant to introduce you to their family.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's usually a sign things aren't going to go very well for you. Unless, they have a legitimate reason, like, they're in prison or something, I guess. I don't know.
You can visit in prison.
You can.
Okay.
But should you, when it's somebody you've just started dating?
I would need, like, photo evidence, that's why.
Oh, well, yeah.
Or police records.
Police records. You gotta prove that shit.
Promise me you don't hate me. I don't know, I'm trying to think of more known.
I'm trying to think of, like, from experiences that my friends have gone through.
Okay, like, if you have plans, if he won't nail down plans with you.
Oh, yeah.
That's a huge one. Or, like... You're like, hey, I have concert tickets in 3 months. Do you want to go with me? And he's like, nah.
I don't know if we'll be together in 3 months. Type of insinuations.
Right, yeah.
Jealousy issues. I've had friends who have dated other people who were very controlling with how they dressed and stuff, but yet they continued staying with them. That is a
Oh,
major
that's huge.
one.
Yeah,
that's a huge one.
That's a completely different side of the spectrum. That's like,
that's
he's just...
red flags leaning into the abuse area, by the way, ladies.
All the ladies out there, not just the single ones. So, I guess there's a lot of red flags.
There's a shit ton.
If it makes your tummy feel uneasy, that's a red flag. So follow all those situations.
Yeah, you know, trust your gut.
Right. Okay.
We just got depressing.
Right? Okay, there's a conversation here that I want to read that this person asked.
Do you want to read is there two different people?
Yeah, I was going to say, you read one, I'll read one. How about you be her, and I'll be him? I got a mixed text signal from a coworker I have a crush on. So these are text messages. I'll be him. Yo, I realize it's going to be boring without you now. I have no one to make fun of coworkers with anymore, LOL. Let's do lunch on our break sometime soon. And she replied 45 minutes later, saying,
I'm pissed I can't work there anymore. Frowny face, frowny face. But yeah, we should, for sure. I don't know just how we'll manage to, since our stores are so far. And I'll also miss making fun of fellow coworkers with you, LMFAO.
And then it's all like, okay, I told a coworker that I missed working with her and offered her lunch. She seemed enthusiastic and replied with a long message. I don't know why he considers that.
That wasn't a long message at all.
I sent back one 2 hours later, and it's been over 12 hours and no response. Did I say something wrong? Do I still have a chance? And I put this in the red flags one for many reasons. One, it should be a red flag to you to date a coworker.
Yeah, that's always hardly ever ends well. I know a lot of people have issues meeting other people outside of work because it's usually just work and then home and then work and home. But it's still very, very not suggested.
Yeah, it's not great water to tread in.
Ends in awkwardness, especially when it fails miserably like it's probably going to do.
And, like, I feel bad for him because I've been in this situation before, but 12 hours could have been nighttime. Like, that's sleepy time.
Yeah.
Or she doesn't understand that your lunch invitation was a romantic one.
Maybe not.
Because I don't know if I'd pick that up.
Yeah, it wasn't super clear, I don't think, anyway.
Yeah, sometime soon on our break. Like, that's not romantic. That's just convenience because you're hungry and you both work at the same place.
Yeah, if you want to ask her out on a date, just straight up be like, hey, let's date.
I think a rule of thumb is if you try to initiate 2 hangouts, then you give up.
Yeah.
So this is your first initiation.
So try one more time, and if she rebuffs you that second time, then there's your answer.
Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back.
No more.
No mo.
No mo. We need to not.
I have a fascination of saying mo.
No mo.
No mo. Okay, Brie, what does Cosmo have to offer us?
In the most recent December of 2017 issue.
Oh, I thought these were really dated, so that's exciting that these are recent.
These are fresh off the press.
Okay, snap.
They have a nice little entry called Dates from Hell, which, hell dates, red flags, you get it.
Fire, red.
Yeah.
Hell, red. Okay.
So they're just little tiny snippets of people's stories that they turn in, and I thought they're kind of entertaining to share. One is, I went on a date with a guy, and he started picking his nose and rubbing the booger on the tablecloth. I still gag when I think about it. Have you?
Like, I picture, a really nice restaurant, and he's just like, yeah, so I just turned in this big information at work, and, while telling stories. Just, straight digging for gold.
Have you had a situation like that before? Just massive outlining nose picker on a date? I
don't think so. I think that's actually one bad date I haven't been on.
What is one bad date you've been on?
I've mentioned before, I think, the guy that talked in a Chinese accent, extremely racist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was fun.
Okay, here's a bad date that I was on that I did. It was all on me. I need to stress that it was all me. All bad. So, I was very stressed. It was my boss that I finally convinced to date me.
Hence, don't date.
That was a red flag right there.
Don't date workplace people.
But I was, adamant that he was going to, fall in love with me. And so we go on a date, and I'm very nervous. And I just learned the hand-knife game. Are you familiar with this game?
Where you put your hands spread-fingered on the table, and you take a knife, and you hit between your fingers as fast as you can.
Yeah, so actually, I don't want to brag, but I'm, pretty good at it.
What's the little song that goes with it?
I don't know, like, I don't know.
Something like I don't remember, but I just remember you chant chop, 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 chop in it.
Yeah, and chop, 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 chop. And you go faster and faster and faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, look that up because it's amazing, and I'm pretty good at it normally. But I was super nervous and I was shaking because I liked this guy so much. And I was like, yeah, I can do this. And he, like, had a pocket knife on him. And he was like, well, try it out. And this was, like, keep in mind, definitely at a restaurant.
Like a nice one or, like, McDonald's?
It was, like, one of those, like, Mexican restaurants that was too fancy. Oh. Like, it was Mexican food, but, like, calm down. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, yeah, I had a pocket knife, and I started doing it. And I did the song that I can't remember now. My palms are sweaty thinking about this. And his knife apparently was very sharp because while I didn't feel anything, I looked down and my hands were, like, covered in blood. And, like, it was just starting to spew out, so I, like, quickly put my hand under the table. And I'm like, that's all I got. And I, like, put the knife back to him. And he was like, did you cut yourself? And I'm like, no, it's cool. And then I spent the rest of the day, like, covering my bloody stump of a hand then. It was horrible.
Oh, man. No, I can't top that.
I still cringe. Like, that's one of the things, like, you're trying to go to bed and, like, your bad things happen to you. That just always flows over my head. It was so bad.
I understand. I understand why that would go through your head.
It was so bad for you.
Oh, man. All right, a next one that somebody submitted into Cosmo was, I told this guy that I'm not the type of girl who sleeps with someone on the first date. Things were fine until he asked, since you won't sleep with a man on the first date, would you mind if I go to the bathroom right now and take care of myself? Oh, and would you like to watch?
That's a red flag.
That's a major red flag.
That's a huge red flag. Like, that's a neon sign next to a red flag.
That's a neon sign that this guy does not like the word no.
He just pulled a Louis D.K.
Oh, snap. Topical.
Topical. Yeah, that's super uncomfortable. I haven't been in this situation. Have you?
No. No, I have not.
Now, I've gotten a text message after a date that was actually a video of a guy jacking it. And that wasn't wanted, and I didn't understand why I needed to see that.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be difficult to find anybody who hasn't had that happen to him.
Right, that's true. But that guy definitely one-upped it.
Yeah, that was a one-upper. He won the game of douchebaggery, I guess.
Right? Okay, what else is there?
I met this dude online. We went to a nice beer bar right by my apartment. I happened to say something about how my dad and uncle each all have daughters, and he said my dad must be really evil to be punished like that. After that, I started chugging my beer so I could get the F out of there, and the subject of where I work came up. He told me he would never go to that neighborhood because, quote, there are gay people there.
Oh.
So he's super sexist and homophobic.
That's a rough day. How did they even meet to begin with?
I mean, those are the, ultimate red flags.
I feel like those are two things you can easily find out.
Easily. Like, you can fish that shit out, like, way before you see him in person. Like,
that's on her, kinda. Like, I mean, like, he is the douche, for sure. Mm-hmm. But, like, you agreed to that date.
Yeah. I mean...
That should have been obvious. Booger guy, not so obvious.
I mean, whenever somebody is that sexist and that homophobic, they don't keep it secret.
No.
You could say even, like, the slightest thing, it'll trigger him and be like, meh.
Well, yeah, she just said that there was sisters or daughters in her family.
Yeah, and then mentioned the neighborhood. Okay.
It's horrible.
Hey, people who are homophobic and people who don't like women, you suck. So
also, they probably are definitely not listening to this.
No, definitely not, because we are some ladies with strong opinions.
Yes. I was trying to think of something clever. Sorry, it wasn't working.
I was hoping what I was going to come up with was wittier than that, but it really wasn't. It just fell flat. I'm sorry to everybody listening that we suck. Okay,
and I figured, since we've done bad dates and, like, red flags on the female's perspective, mm-hmm. I thought, what if we call the douchiest guy...
Oh, man.
We know.
Of the ultimate douchedom.
And see, like, what his red flags are.
Yeah, because that's really quite an interesting take on things. Like, if you take an asshole, what would he consider a red flag?
And I need to be clear, this is a guy who will only date women with daddy issues.
Only. He loves his ladies very, very messed up. So, ladies... If you have issues and you embrace those, this is the fellow for you.
So let's call Scott right now.
Hello.
Hey, Scott.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So we're talking about red flags right now. I was just wondering what to take, like, a douche like you. Like, what are your red flags? Like, what's off limits for you?
Like, what do you mean? Like, what?
Like, whenever you're talking to a chick or going on a date or something, what is something that she would do that you'd be like, whoa, no way?
Like, example, this guy thought, like, a blowjob on the first date in public was a red flag.
That sounds amazing. That's, like, the biggest green flag of all. I don't know, really. I mean, anything clinging, if they're starting to introduce you to people like family right off the bat.
The exact opposite of what we said, basically.
If you just, like, met a girl and she's all of a sudden, like, inviting you out to, like, family dinners and shit, that's not, I mean, I guess it also kind of depends on what the goal is with the relationship.
You took this question way more seriously than I thought you would, to be honest.
Well, to be fair, I'm pretty hungover, and I woke up like an hour and a half ago. So this is like, all of my focus is on this right now.
Okay, so besides red flags, can you give us, like, the worst date you've been on?
The worst date I've been on? Not really, is necessarily.
You've never been on a bad date?
Bad dates. Not really. Which, I mean, granted, I don't really date. I just kind of meet people places and then eventually fuck them and leave. Or continue fucking them for a while.
That's fair.
Let's say the last time I was on a date was probably, what the fuck's my name? It was like fucking, I don't know, before I was 21.
Oh. Well, this has been lackluster. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, bud.
Okay, well, have fun with your hangover.
Yep, see ya.
Bye.
Alright, I've got one more little doodad I can read from here.
You guys do it.
No, actually, I've got two. Anyway, I spent a summer afternoon with a brand new fling. I was at his house for hours, just hanging out and having sex, you know, like you do. I added that part. He mentioned that he was hungry and couldn't wait to order food, which got me excited, obviously, but didn't bring it up again. An hour later, there was a knock at the door. He had secretly ordered a delivery for himself without telling me. He ate most of his chicken Caesar wrap and was kind enough to offer me his leftovers and some cold, soggy fries. Safe to say I never went back.
Oh my gosh! That's like the worst thing I've heard so far.
That is a red flag. Oh, man.
How do you not get food for the person?
Whenever you're handing out them hot dickens, you gotta serve some food afterwards.
That's burning calories.
Yeah.
If you want that energy up.
Refuel that up.
Also, a Caesar salad wrap?
Just like the idea of him being like, hey, you want my leftover munchies? I got like a little bits left.
Right, that's just depressing.
That's just shitty.
Man, that makes me angry.
Yeah, that one's rough.
I don't think I've ever been in that situation either.
No.
Mama gets fed.
Okay, last one from here. I matched with someone who is exactly what I'm after. We decided to meet at a central location where I waited for a 6'4" hunk. I felt a tap on my shoulder and turned to see a man who was about 5'10", and not the face I'd seen in pictures. I interrogated him, and he revealed he doesn't work in finance like he originally claimed. When I said that he lied, he refused to acknowledge it. So I told him that I had a, quote, dinner the next day. The next day he texted me, I'm sorry if I was weird. I blocked him.
Man.
So, catfish. Got catfish real hard.
That's more than a red flag. That's just like the guy's...
That's just very much misrepresentation.
Right. Also, I need to stress to a lot of women out there, I mean, 5'10" isn't short.
No, it's really not.
I mean, the way she made it sound like tapped on the shoulder and had to look down. Like,
yeah. No. I mean, I wouldn't be upset about that, but the rest of that.
No, I agree. I just feel like there's a lot of women.
Yeah. Who are just like, have this thing with having to find somebody taller than them, which is garbage. Whatever.
Right.
Who cares?
I've actually dated a lot of guys that are shorter than me.
I haven't, but I'm also,
You're like super short, yeah.
So that's not an issue.
How tall are you? 5'2"?
No, I'm 5'1", maybe.
Oh my god.
Well.
Yeah.
One of my parents is 6 feet tall. The other one's 4'11".
Your mom's so tiny.
So I beat her height, which was always my goal in life.
Well, there you go. So, you won that.
I won.
Speaking of online, I'll go ahead and ask this question, even though it's not a huge red flag. What's important to include in a dating profile? So first off...
no lies.
Yeah, your correct information.
Unless it's a funny one.
Like what?
I mean, I'm just imagining, like, you know, the Jesus Tinder profile or the...
Oh, those are funny,
silly, goofy joke ones. That's fine. Whatever. In fact, you could probably meet a lot of people doing that. I'm sure I would... I mean, if I had ever used it, I would have responded to every single one of those guys.
So my Tinder, if we're going to start off just Tinder, it was just a Tina Belcher quote, and it was, I'm no hero. I put my bra on one boob at a time. And some guys got the quote, and I respected that and talked to them for a bit.
And then the other ones took it way too sexually.
And they're like, let me see them boobs. And I'm like, that's not, you don't understand what I'm coming from.
Well, it's a good way to weed them out.
No, yeah, it was actually way better than I thought, because I was panicking, because some people are super clever on Tinder.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I mean, I'm assuming I wouldn't be since I've never tried it, but if I did, I don't see me being that fun.
I think you just have to remember that you're marketing yourself. Mm-hmm. So, pretend that you're a product.
In the age of non-objectification of women, you know, pretend you're a product online.
I'm saying for both men and women. This was from a guy. I should clarify. I mean, I know that's not much difference, but this is from a guy who wants to get himself out there. Microsoft Word is a product, and it's a pretty classy product. I'm just saying, like, spell out your pros. Mm-hmm. Be eye-catching.
If you've got a great sense of humor, use that bitch.
Yeah. If you got a brain, put some brainy words in there.
Yeah, make it clear what your personality is.
Abdullah oblongata. Mandula oblongata? What's that, the thing at the base of your brain?
I'm just gonna let you struggle with it.
What is it? Medulla
oblongata.
What is it? It doesn't matter. I learned that word watching Jimmy Neutron.
Were you trying to use it in your brainy profile?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I've never used it, but, like, that's my word, my go-to word.
I'm just imagining somebody, like, writing a list of random, quote-unquote, smart words. Like, no context, no sentence structure, just list of words, being like, yeah, I know these words.
Erroneously. I can't even think of big words right now.
Yeah.
Tactile.
Freudian slip.
I know that, yeah. That's one of my favorite Halloween costumes, when people wear, like, a slip with, like, penis on it. Freudian slip.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So that was a good one. Let me see if I have any more that can kind of go with red flags. One would think that I would have it all ready to go before we started taping.
No, we're not up with preparation. Who likes to do things, like, ahead of time?
Right? Okay, you're both watching Netflix. How to bring up sex without sounding rude.
I mean, I think we've talked about the Brewer approach before. You know, hey, you want to do it? Boom.
Right. That's good. I like the subtle approach. You got to get the person in the mood, so it's like their idea. Like, but be really subtle about it.
So in other words, you like just strip off most of your clothes and belly flop like a whale and make noises like
just a mating call.
Take me. Is that what you're talking about? Is that how you do it?
Yeah, just kind of blubber around. No, but like, I don't know. Sit your best angle. Look top notch.
Maggie's guidelines to the hot Texans.
If you have to find a reason to bend over, like, man or woman, just like,
oops, I dropped my fridge fly on the floor.
Yeah, or like, oh, I have to turn on the PlayStation, and so you just kind of
let me turn it on at this angle,
and then arch your back and stick that booty out. What else can you do? Somehow to be casual but blowing in their ear. But casual.
That's whenever you lean in to whisper sweet nothings, but you know, I'm not super witty when it comes to that sort of thing, so it'd probably be like something like, my back itches. Breathe, breathe, breathe in your ear.
Or just be like, hey, you have like glitter on your hair or something. I don't know. It's just something like that you have to get close to them to pick off.
You have a little fuzzy. Let me get it for you.
Blow raspberries on them. Heck, just do you.
Since I'm kind of a hick, what my usual go-to is just wrestling. You know, you get them strung up like a piggy, and you get on and get your leg.
Do you know the book Berenstain Bears?
You mean Berenstain Bears?
No, it's Berenstain. Anyway,
Steen.
There is a book about teasing, and there is a hillbilly kid that wrestles, and he does a move called a pancake. And after he does the move pancake, everyone goes, oof, afterwards. Anyway, just do the pancake.
Just pancake on out.
That was a long story get to that one.
It was.
Do the pancake.
Especially since you didn't even describe what the pancake is.
Oh, so
how do we do this pancake? What is the pancake?
Okay, so just picture a pancake, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, turn yourself into the best pancake shape you can.
Okay.
So, just spread everything
eagle.
out. Yeah, make yourself as round as possible.
Uh-huh.
And then you just
flop
on them with no force.
So kind of like what I was talking about with the whale.
Yeah.
The whale flop.
And they're sure to go oof.
And maybe they'll go oof.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh la oof.
Oh, I think I know what I'm drawing.
The first panel's like be a paragraph of me poorly explaining a children's book.
Long story short, Berenstain Bears leads to sex.
Yeah, so parents don't
pancake that bitch. Oh god.
So yeah, do that, and I think that's not rude at all.
I'm sleep deprived.
That's the most polite way. Yes. So, here's one.
Mm-hmm.
Signs you're an option, not a priority.
Signs you're an option, not a priority. Well, a good one would be if you ask a guy out on a date, and his response is, "Oh wait, let me see what Julie's doing."
Oh yeah, that's an option.
Oh nope, she's busy. Let's go.
Especially who's named Julie these day and age.
I don't know, but that bitch, don't trust her.
It's not her fault. He's a 2-timer.
I was talking about him.
Oh yes.
I don't. Yeah.
Okay, here is when I realized I wasn't a priority one time, and it was a bad date.
Uh-huh.
I got another one for you. I was in high school, and there was this football player that I had a huge crush on, and I was not one to mingle with football players, so this was a big deal. Just got braces. They were pink and green. Anyway, he wanted to go to the movies with me, and I was very excited.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got there, his friend also came along. And his friend, picture a giant mouth. That's him. He was just all mouth. He
mouth,
talked,
no legs.
Talked all the time. Always had something to say that was, usually pretty negative. Just kept butting in. I felt I was more on the date with this friend than I was with this guy that I was, crushing on. And so anyway, the friend did, everything. I had to pay for myself, even though he paid for his friend. I need to clarify that.
Uh-huh.
And then at the movies, he whispered in my ear, "I wish I could kiss you right now." And so I got all ready, my lips were casually all plumped and ready to go.
Very, very casually softened.
And then he didn't kiss me the whole movie.
Bastard.
So I was an option. I was just there just in case he felt like making out in a movie.
Oh, I've got an option story. There's a time, high school, of course, because, teenagers are
They're
horrible
creatures. People, yeah.
Oh, disgusting, filthy, disgusting, horrible things. I was asked to prom, and, not super excited, went out and bought my prom dress and everything. About a week later, I was told that he was seeing if some other girl that he liked was gonna go to prom with him instead. And then it was I don't know if I want to take you or her. So obviously that was an option.
Oh my gosh, but he asked you first?
Yep, and I had already bought the dress and everything.
I hate him. What did you end up doing?
Not going. I was a sophomore. Our sophomores couldn't go unless you were asked by upperclassmen.
Did you were able to wear the dress the next year?
I wore the next one.
Thank goodness.
Felt bitter the entire time.
Right? This wasn't... I had a friend. This is not related at all. She bought a wedding dress for a different guy.
Oh.
And that didn't work out. So then she just wore that dress at her next wedding.
That just seems like it's very symbolic for bad things to come.
Right? Yeah, that marriage ended.
Oh, well, there you go. Look at that.
That dress was $10,000.
That is disgusting. Don't spend that much money on dresses.
It was a really pretty dress, but it already had some bad juju and...
Don't spend that much money on a dress.
It was Spanish lace.
Stupid. Spend the money on things that matter, like food.
A new computer.
A new computer is very important.
A new computer plus a new decent car.
A new computer, a new car, ones that feed you. That would be cool.
A down payment on a house.
Yeah, a house feeds you sometimes.
And on that strange segue, we should probably wrap this up. You can get a hold of us seriously all over the internet.
Yeah, we're everywhere now.
TalkCtoMe.com online. No letters, just no numbers. That's what they're called.
Yeah, those are numbers.
No, just no numbers. We're also on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. Seriously, ask us so many questions. You can't annoy us ever.
I mean, you could, and we'll make fun of you, but at least it's anonymous.
But we'll also love you for it.
Oh, definitely. Oh, we would definitely love the questions. The worse, the better.
I have
so good.
5 friends, so if you talk to me, I'll feel like I'm important.
And Maggie needs that.
I need that. Yeah, I need that.
She needs that in her life.
Thanks for listening.
My fingers went numb.
Bye.
Bye.